Continuar partida Steam Cloud Alan Wake. El último capítulo Alan tuvo una especie...
Whatever Hartman had bumped in me was making me numb. I felt like this was happening to someone else. Someone I was watching on television. I couldn't think. Couldn't focus.
Mira vos. Soy yo. Bueno.
There were only empty sheets of paper here. No manuscript pages.
Bueno, ahora vamos a ver qué pasó acá. No me acuerdo de usar nada. ¡Épale,
Good evening, Alan. Are we feeling better now? Feeling calm?
Dejad en paz, pedófilo.
I see you brought your pet gorilla with you. So sure, I'm calm. I get the message. Loud and clear.
Quite right. That's the spirit. You're being very brave, Alan.
Me había olvidado que era
I
este tipo, ahora me
understand
acordé.
you're confused.
Este tipo se que
I
le
would be
rompí la
more
cara.
concerned if you weren't suspicious of me. I don't blame you for it.
Big of you.
Now, why don't you come with me? We'll reacquaint you with my clinic and go over everything you might have forgotten. Little walk and some fresh air? Yes, it will do you good.
Ojo, lo dejé la otra vez, antes de entrar acá, antes de que pareciese el doctor.
Most of them aren't here right now. Jack took them
Chao,
out
señor.
for a fishing trip.
De buscar los
Except
termos.
for the ones who are particularly vulnerable, of course. I encourage creativity as a part of the recovery process here at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Estoy bien, amigo, no
I
necesito eso.
specialize in treating artists.
I bet you do.
Splendid, Alan. I honestly believe we can get this thing under control if we work
¿Cómo carajo
together.
entraste al lugar? ¿Cerraste la...?
This way, Alan.
¿Y si voy para el otro lado, qué pasa? Me encanta cómo está el chabón ahí. Ah, este es el doctor. Está igualito el personaje, o sea, le sacaron la cara de ese. No está abierto. Por eso la ventana. Erin.
Now, Alan, from past experience with you, I know I need to get right into the heart of the matter as quickly as I can after an episode. So I'm just going to say this.
¡No!
Alice is dead.
No.
You're in a very vulnerable state until you understand and accept this.
Principalmente
Alice
Alan no acepta que
drowned,
está loco, así que...
and you couldn't face that. You're suffering from hallucinations, paranoid delusions,
Ya vamos a ver qué pasa.
unusual thinking, an obsession about light and darkness, a feeling
Hay que ver
that
quién es este
everything
personaje realmente,
revolves
si es que
around
realmente es lo que
you,
pasa,
your
porque la verdad...
thoughts and dreams. Your mind has constructed an elaborate fantasy scenario in which your
Amigo, vos te vas
writings
a
are
morir.
affecting reality. She has been kidnapped, and supernatural forces of darkness are trying to stop you.
Ah, qué bien.
Go this way, Alan.
I wasn't ready for another shot, so I went along with it. He had to be lying. But under the influence of the drug he had given me, I had to fight not to believe his words.
It's all in your head. You've been making it up. Apart from the tragic accident with your wife, no one has been killed. Your delusions are just a manifestation of your subconscious mind trying to protect you from the too painful truth. Unless we fight the fantasy, it will return. I know the instinct is to resist me, but think about it. Doesn't this make far more sense than the insane supernatural conspiracy you have concocted in your mind? You're a skeptic by nature, Alan. We both know this. Everything can be explained logically.
Ya veo que se hace de noche de golpe ahora. Un reloj. ¿Qué? ¿Así funciona? ¿Está bien esto? Más allá de la sombra con la que te conformas hay un milagro iluminado. Bueno, me cago. ¿Puedo subir ahí? O sea, por alguna razón, si quiero, ¿puedo subir ahí? Solamente tengo que hablar con el doctor. Pero... Bueno, chao. Ahora tengo que bajar. Vamos a ir. Bien, doctor Hartman. ¿Qué hago? Tenemos que ir a la posición panorámica y cinematográfica del juego para que aparezca una escena ahora.
I never get tired of this view. Very
Qué lindo el
inspiring,
Everest.
isn't it?
Arre que no.
Cauldron Lake spread below us. I could see Mirror Peak on the other side of the lake. I thought I could make out the spot where Diver's Isle had been when I arrived with Alice. Now there was nothing but waves.
Mira, vos estamos en el mismo lugar, no puede ser. Sí, una
It
tormenta.
seems there's a storm coming. Funny, I don't recall there being a mention of that in the weather forecast.
Amigo, te vas a morir.
Well, no
Fija.
matter. This way. Follow me. Alan, what I'm telling you is good news. Right now we're in control. Every time you have
Control.
a relapse, it gets more and more difficult
Todo control
to
de Epic, después lo voy a
resurface in
jugar.
the dark depths of your imagination.
Y que tenga sentido
Not
con la historia de todo este
surprising,
juego.
considering your profession. Imagination is what you work with.
¿El Max Payne tiene algo que
After
ver?
all your nightmares, this should come as an immense relief to you. If it doesn't, why is that? Because I'm lying? Or because you don't want to admit that you're not well? It's very natural for you to think
hace
of
acordar
me
a-
as your enemy. It's part of the illness.
I let him
After
talk.
all,
Hartman
I'm the one
obviously
trying
loved
to
his
bring
own
you out
voice.
of the
His
world
words
you've
echoed
constructed for
madly
yourself.
inside my head.
But I
I
can't
dug my
do it
nails
by
into the
myself.
palms of my hands to stay
You need to
focused.
work with me. Once you accept that, we can begin the journey towards your recovery.
Sí, habla como. Me hace acordar a
Let's go inside.
Adam West, como habla. Ah, ya estamos. Outlast.
Here's the entrance to the office wing. That's for staff only. You were impressed by my trophies when you first arrived here. I do love to hunt. The great outdoors, man versus nature. It's wonderful stuff.
Pretty damn wonderful, yeah.
Oh, no es Adam West en pedo, ¿no? Hay un termo ahí. Ahí está el termo. Dame mi termo. Quiero tomar café. Y me voy a la mierda. Bueno, chao. ¿Qué es esto? El libro del creador, el nuevo revelador libro del Dr. Emil Hartman, autor de the bestseller El flujo creativo. En él se explica cómo sus propias palabras, la terapia de compromiso y el flujo son sus revolucionarias técnicas de terapia. Sus revolucionarias técnicas de terapéutica. Está disponible en libre. ¿Está hablando el chamón?
You'd like me to go
Ah.
away so you won't be scared. But you can't just decide what kind of dream you have or when you have it.
Emerson,
Okay.
¿Le va a pegar?
Okay, sorry.
No puedo pasar por acá.
Ew.
that's Emerson. We're actually making some progress with him, I'm happy to say. He works on video
Elbow strike.
games.
Ooh,
It's
yeah.
trash, of course, but it does involve
Get
some
him to the head.
small creative effort, which makes him receptive to my therapeutic
Está re loco
methods.
este tío.
No kidding.
Soy yo igual. Esta gente está loca en serio, che. Mira, ¿qué estoy dibujando?
Oh, hello.
Oh!
I've painted you.
Okay.
I was just struck by inspiration a couple of days ago. Dr. Hartman wanted me to paint landscapes, and that's what I was doing. But now I've been doing these things, a lot of them. The images just keep coming. Dr.
Tipo,
Hartman
evidente.
likes them. He has them in his office.
Yeah?
He's very proud of me. He says I'm getting much better. I think I'm getting better.
Uf. Atate la mierda. Qué oscuro eso, che. El tipo está dibujando futuro. Vamos a ver. Hay que seguir al Dr. Hartman. Este tipo sigue haciendo.
Come, Alan, this way. Now, you might have noticed the typewriter in your room. You've been writing as a part of the therapy. As soon as you feel up to it, you should continue.
No me interesa, ya está. No puedo. Me encanta el ruido de la puerta, ¿eh? ¿Qué pasa?
My rheumatism's killing me.
Mi re...
There's a storm coming. Oh,
¿Hay algo de
what a
mío ahí
storm.
arriba? ¿Soy
I
yo?
hope it wipes this place off the face of the
¿Qué es
earth.
esto?
And these two
Oh,
are
Mike's
the
Springs.
Anderson brothers, Odin and Tor. They had a, how should I put this? A heavy metal band in the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard.
¡Vamos! Aguante vos,
They even
Rafael.
adopted new first
Ahí está el
names
tipo con
to
el parche.
complete the image of Viking gods. After the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well, in advanced stages
Ah,
of
obvio.
dementia.
Es obvio que hay
They're
canciones
well
estos chicos
cared
acá.
for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done. I'm afraid that the rock and roll lifestyle has left its mark. Oh, that won't do. I'm so sorry to cut this short for now, Alan. The power has been acting up. I'd better go check on it. We'll continue this soon. Meanwhile, when you feel up to it, return to your room and try to write. It really is for the best.
No me digas que este tipo está dentro del culto. Este tipo está dentro del tema con la vieja.
I'd like to bash his head in with a hammer. Oh, he'd love to fish out our secrets, but he has no clue.
Seguile,
He's
seguile.
not crazy enough.
Casi seguro que viene una canción.
Not crazy like us, Sonny. Yeah! Being crazy's a requirement,
Está re
Sonny.
viejo, che.
Who else could understand the world when it's like this? It takes crazy to know crazy.
That's the sanest thing I've heard in a while.
Say, you're all right, Tom. Hey, we like him, don't we, bro? He's got to go to the farm. The Anderson farm.
Valhalla.
Valhalla! We wrote it all down, lest we forget. A crash course. All you need to know to get your head right. You need to find the message. Here, Sonny, here's something for you. Gave me a rash, but I kept it safe from these bastards.
Tómale.
My head was clearing up, or according to Hartman, I was sinking back into the fantasy. I was convinced he was lying to me
A ver.
about
La escritura.
Zane could feel the poems
Se podía sentir
taking
como los
form,
poemas cobraban
shaping
forma
things.
creando universos.
As he
Cuando
experimented,
experimentaba
he
creía
imagined he
percibir
could
la fuerza que
almost feel the
emergía de las
power
teclas
surging
de
through the
máquina de
keys of the
escribir.
typewriter.
Está hablando de él igual, podrías dejarlo hablar.
But there was fear, too. If not for his young assistant Emil, he would have given it up. But Emil convinced him otherwise. He, too, had a way with words. Everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made more sense.
I'm a bad dream, and you can't wake up. You can't hurt a nightmare because all dreams are only imagination. They're only in your head, and they're not there when you wake up.
Carajo.
So you can't wake up because
Sabe que bugueó
I'm
el juego
in
por hacer esto.
charge now, and I don't want to disappear. My nightmare is the publisher.
Hey, Wake, why don't you humor Dr. Hartman and give the writing a shot, huh? Typewriter's in your room.
¿Por qué están
You
todos
can get to your
interesados
room
en que
by
yo
those
haga la...
stairs, Wake.
Están todos interesados en que yo escriba. Primero el otro chabón que me...
Something's wrong. I'm not myself.
Ahí está
It's
hablando.
hard to think that there's a shadow
Me
inside
encanta la
my
voz de
head.
este chabón.
I can only focus on writing.
Me encanta cómo se ve
Everything
Alan
else is
Wake.
a blur.
En el segundo juego se ve
I'm
mejor
trapped in
todavía.
this cabin. Have been for
Ahí está,
days,
ese
but
sí.
it's
Pero con...
always
tiene más
dark
barba.
outside.
Y más pelo.
My editor is real. I saw her again. She's not human. It's not human. A dark presence is wearing the old woman's face. She was covered in clinging shadows. There's a hole in her chest where her heart should be.
Me encanta. Este tipo no habla, no habla muy bien inglés, entonces por
I
eso
don't
tiene
think I'm
doctor
any
de hablar.
closer to saving Alice. It's been lying to me, using me to get the story it wants, and the story will come true.
Hay un QR. Hay un QR y yo mismo, ahora mismo voy a ver qué es. Es la página de Alan Wake. alanwake.com. Ya veo que no funciona más la página, es muy viejo esto. Oh. Constipation. That looks painful. Acá está Sam Lake. Es un meme.
Hartman
Painful.
wanted me to write. I knew I couldn't, but I figured I should
Me
just
encanta,
play
porque es
along
Max
for now.
Payne.
It was the only thing I
Sam
could do
Lake, el
with
creador del
Birch
juego.
watching me
Es
like
el
a hawk.
modelo de Max Payne, creo. Estuve escuchando por todos lados, entonces. Painful. Painful. ¿A dónde estoy yendo? Ah, está hecha. Oh,
Hartman
no.
had mentioned that the power had been acting up. Maybe that was the reason for the generator and the work light on the balcony. The generator hadn't been activated, and there was no key.
Oh, mierda. Espero que no se ponga complicado esto. Ya el juego es complicado, no sé qué estoy flasheando. Ahora están todas las puertas que abrí. ¿No es ahí? Me está marcando de algún lado y no sé dónde. Ah, acá no está la puerta abierta, soy un boludo. Ah, vamos a escribir.
The white glare of the blank page in front of me hurt my eyes. My hands began to shake uncontrollably.
Everybody calm down.
Hey, Wake, you stay here. I'm gonna go see what's up. You just keep doing what you're doing. Be cool, okay?
Tiene voz de matón típico de juego.
I didn't know what the chaos was all about, but it could be my only chance of getting out of here.
Esos hermanos estos están re locos.
Crazy brothers, are ya? Not so weak now, are we?
Sinclair looked bad. That wasn't a love tap. The crazy old fart hit her hard. If she was one of Hartman's goons, she had it coming. I could get the key to his office from Sinclair. I had to get to Hartman's office. He had taken all my manuscript pages. That's where he'd been keeping them.
Come out and face the music, Birch. It's time to
Me encantan estos chabones. Y me da risa que sean los chabones de Old Gods of Asgard. Que es la banda que está también en el segundo juego.
The photo on the wall caught my attention. In it, the clinic staff was standing
Mira,
outside
está el
the
chabón
lodge.
este.
I knew the man next to Hartman.
Ese tipo que
He was the
estaba...
kidnapper.
Bueno, sí, eso.
Hartman had been playing me all along.
Es lo más obvio para mí.
They'll be looking for me. Oh, that's how you want to play it? Is that how you want to play it?
Está poniendo nervioso el espacio que tengo de cara. Está muy acostado, me gusta más que esté acá.
Barry?
Uy, hola.
Ow! About time! Barry, man, am I glad to see you.
We need to get to Hartman's office.
It's right next door.
You okay?
Yeah. I mean, no! The cops.
Ya cállate, amigo. Me vio el nombre.
These were all the pages I had on me. And more.
Ah, hicimos un speedrun, che. De páginas.
Alan, please. You're sliding back into the...
Tell me one more lie and I'll shoot you in the face.
Obvio.
Ah, well, it was worth a shot. Really, Wake, come on. Let's work together on this. You have no idea...
Hartman, shut up! Barry, get out of here. I'll catch up with you. Get a car.
Oh, Al, let's just...
Go!
Wake, listen to me. This is a mistake. Don't you see? Together we can create something absolutely wonderful. With your ability and mine.
Oh, lo dejo morir. Sonríe. Bueno, después también la parte que me decís, Diego, fija. Qué pelotudo, abrí la puerta. Tengo algo más.
Hartman followed the fall of Alan Wake with his binoculars. When the rider hit the water, he ordered Jack to take the boat to him. The spot was easy to see in the dark, even with all the extra lights in the boat. The flare floated and kept burning even in the water. Jack turned the radio louder as the engine sputtered. The music was rough and clanking, something the Anderson brothers would no doubt have enjoyed. But Hartman chose to ignore it. Wake was finally within his reach.
¡Ay! ¡Ey! ¡Ey! ¡Ey, no! ¡Otra vez! ¡No me gusta! No me gusta este tipo de niveles. No puede ser, no puede ser. ¡Déjenme! La luz. La luz. Ay, otra vez no. ¡Oh! ¡Mierda! Otra vez no, voy a morir. La concha de su puta madre. No tengo nada. Lo tengo que pensar un poco, capaz. Ah, están las flechas. Ah, ya entendí, claro. ¿Qué va a hacer? Este juego lo exiliaron de Xbox. Vamos. La concha de madre, boludo, otra vez. ¿Cómo se corre? Boludo, no sé cómo se corre. Esta que te reparió. Una sola bengala, voy a ver si nos las tengo que usar. Tiene pinta de que... Venga, para acá. La misión de
Hartman knew he
Hartman.
was no creator. He had no ambitions on that front. And he certainly didn't want to end up like every artist he had worked with here, damaged in ways that were hard to describe, or worse. It was enough for Hartman to maintain creative control and provide direction, to be a producer. That was what most of these people were in need of anyway. Of course, suitable subjects were few and far in between.
La Linda Jones. Oh, mierda. Dale. ¡Corre! ¡Corre! Mío, otra vez tiene que apretar. Puede ser, me sigue una pelota gigante. ¡Me sigue una pelota gigante! ¡Ah! ¡Déjame pasar! ¿Por qué no puedo? Ah, no puede ser. Tengo que matarla. Voy a estar matando con eso. ¡Ah! Voy a morir porque no entiendo. ¿Cómo veo cuando pasa esto? Ah, ya entendí, qué pelotudo. Qué tonto. ¡Ya! ¡Gracias! No lo pensé.
I found the car, but the gate's locked. You're gonna have to go through the hedge maze over there.
Barry, I don't have a light.
Take this, Al! Oh, God! Look at the house, Al! Look out!
Eso igual tengo que verlo que esto. ¡Ah! Algo me va a pegar. ¡Chao! Soy muy tonto, no me doy cuenta. Ay, laberinto. He metido un laberinto en el juego. ¿Por qué no me metería un laberinto en el juego? Ya falta que mi amigo ni exista, no sé. Tengo ganas de que... ¡Ah! ¡Ah! ¡Mierda! Se me había olvidado lo estresante que era jugar este juego. Venga acá. ¡Ah! Mierda. Mierda, correte, correte. Ahí apreté X. Un salto de...
I stared at the Viking paraphernalia that littered the area, surrounding an unlikely centerpiece. A full-size stage complete with an impressive sound system with all the trimmings, including a dragon. It took a special kind of crazy to build something like this in a remote field.
Ahí va lo que me
When the
estás
sky
contando.
split open with a deafening boom and the music started blasting, it felt strangely appropriate.
Todo se va llenando. Lo que dijiste con la parte. Ya sé, amigo. Ya sé. Ya sé como que si supiese por dónde voy a ir. Ahí viene, ahí viene, ahí viene. Vamos, hay que apurarse porque la sombra viene cada tanto. ¡Ah! ¡Ole! ¡Ah! ¡Correte! ¡No! ¡Correte! Ajuste. ¡Ah! ¡Mierda! ¡Chao! La cagué. No me deja agarrarla. La vamos a leer antes que cosa.
Hartman hurried down the corridor. He had disliked leaving Wake when he was surely at his most susceptible to therapy. But this was not an ordinary storm. Wake had been writing, and he had woken something up in the depths of the lake. Now, it was coming for him. Hartman had naturally prepared for a situation like this. The idiot brothers would keep Wake distracted while Hartman double-checked everything, just to be sure.
A correr. Hasta la mierda. Me voy a morir. Uy, llegué. No puede ser, amigo, llegué justo. Parece que justo está en mi lado. Hay un termo ahí. No. No es un termo cualquiera, dije. Qué juego tan desesperante esto de tener. Me da mucha risa las voces. Las voces de estos tipos. Ahí está. No entiendo todavía qué significa. La puta que me reparió. Otra boss fight. Tengo 12 balas. Una bengala. ¿No puedo botar desde acá? Voy a explorar un poco más antes de ir. No hay mucho más que explorar. ¿Qué estoy diciendo? No hay nadie. Me están mintiendo. Me parece que los pájaros son los que hacen que el chabón esté como está. Así que si no, vi como nunca hace un rato. Oh, me violaron los pájaros, boludo. Y si voy acá y voy volviendo y trato de irme de acá y me defiendo con la luz y me dejan escapar. Voy a tratar de hacer eso. Capaz me deja. Está todo pensado. Uy. ¡Ay! ¡Hijo de puta! Capaz no hay forma de hacer nada. Capaz simplemente tengo que bajar. No puede ser. Ah, puedo tirar el ahí. Trato de agarrar rápido las cosas. Just 2 pills in the morning. You get 2 pills in the morning, and then you'll be nice and calm all day long. Me encanta cómo hablan estos tipos. ¡Ah! ¡Guacho de mierda! ¡Qué rápido que sos! ¡Hijo de puta! ¡Morite! ¡Gato! ¡Morite! Dios, qué bien que la hice ahí. Bien, ahora tengo otros tipos acá grande. Antes voy a ver que acá algo. Qué lindo. Qué lindo partir la cabeza al... Me confundo el X con el cuadrado porque me dice X como un control de Xbox. Y salta alegría Alan Wake cada vez que hago eso. Eso me da mucha mala espina. Bien, otro más, a ver.
Mott knew that Wake was smarter than him. Wake had more money, a beautiful wife, everything. And Hartman said Wake was important. That made him better than Mott. But Mott was calling the shots now. He'd expected Wake to whimper and grovel, but instead...
Me parece más fácil usar el
el
control para esto.
gotten under Wake's skin. If only Mott actually had his wife. The thought made him shiver.
No tanto cuando jugaba al Detroit Become Human. Ese juego sí que me rompía la cabeza. Tiene que haber otro boss fight acá. Algo así. Sí que duraba ese, ¿eh? Estoy pensando. ¡Ah! ¿De dónde salen estos tipos? Chao. Se me va la luz. ¡Hijos de puta! Bengala. Hay otra página, mira. La música me gusta. Está esta cosa acá, o sea que... Estoy cansado de escuchar los pájaros. Me confundí y apreté la bengala. Los tiros ya. Bueno, parece que hay logros con encontrar las cajas estas, así que vamos a buscar las cajas estas. Pues ya está. ¿Cuál será el final de este juego? No me imagino. Che, hay un montón de cosas. Eso no, nada, no es una buena señal eso en ningún lado. Como que el lugar este está para...
Hartman watched as Wake's features slackened. The man was bullheaded, no doubt. Even lying on the bed, he'd almost broken Hartman's nose the second time. But with a little time, he could break Wake down, give him proper direction. Wake was easily the most promising subject he had had. Well, since Tom, really. Sleep well, Alan, Hartman whispered with a smile. Let me take care of you. He sniffed hard to clear his throbbing nose, swallowed blood, and barely tasted it.
¿Esto es cuando entra? Espera, si esto es lo último, ¿cuándo entra? Entra antes. Pero esto todavía no pasó. Así que el chabón sigue vivo. Tengo entendido. Supuestamente es Barry. Ese no es Barry, ni en pedo de Barry. Es una sombra de Barry. Barry fue transformado. Ah, podía ir por acá y yo hice una revuelta. Ah, no, yo agarré por acá. Listo. Esa es la señora, me parece. Ah, es Barry, pero tiene forma de sombra, che. ¿Estoy flasheando?
Ow! You're alive! Let's get out of here. Can you open this gate?
Maybe.
Barry,
Well, I slammed it shut when the nasty showed up, and the key
Hijo de
fits
puta que
kinda
es.
loose in the lock, so, Barry, I'll find it. Don't worry about it.
Evidentemente, una misión de tiempo.
hurry up, Barry!
I'm on it. Just hang on now.
¡Concha de mi madre! Me olvido de la recarga de armas. Me deja re en pelotas.
Hurry up, Barry!
I'm on it. I'm on it. It's gotta be here. Just hang on now.
Ah, amigo, me violan estos tipos. ¿Tengo para bengala y ya fue? ¿Tengo la bengala? ¿Los espero bien? Sí, viendo esto tiene mucho sentido ahora.
Hurry up, Barry!
I'm on it. I'm on it.
¡Recargá! ¡Hijo de puta! Ese tipo tiene uno. Se quedó bugueado. Lo que me puede pasar. ¡Hijo de puta! Es obvio. ¡Ah! ¡Déjame avanzar! ¡No seas hijo de puta! ¡No seas porro! ¡No me deja avanzar! ¡No me deja! ¡Está a propósito! ¡Me tengo que ir para atrás! ¡No puede ser! ¡Qué bronca! Pero este capítulo pinta que dura poco, porque yo siento que estoy cerca.
I'm on it. I'm on it.
¡Ya me muero! ¡No puede ser! ¡Déjame demostrar esto! Entonces pásalo rápido. Tarado.
Hurry up, Barry!
I'm on it.
¡Déjame hinchar las pelotas!
Gotta be here. Just hang on now.
Ahí. ¡Chao! Segunda aterrando.
I found it. I found it. Ah, no, wait, it was a twig.
No pueden ser tan hijos de puta. Iba a gastar una bala y justo cruzan, qué bien. ¿Qué vamos a dejar otra vez?
Al, please tell me we're headed for the nearest "You're now leaving Bright Falls. Come back soon" sign.
We're going to the Anderson farm.
I knew you were gonna say something like that. You know what? You owe me big time for this. When this is through, if we make it, I don't care what anybody says, I'm done with darkness. You're gonna buy me a tanning bed as a gift, and I'm gonna live in it.
Rayos uva. Rayos UV. Ahora se viene la parte que me dice Diego. La parte del bosque. Con All Gods of Asgard. Que va a ser un recital con en medio del bosque.
I'm crazy, but that's fine, Barry.
Oh, you got that right, Al. You're barking mad. You are by far the
But
craziest.
maybe that's inevitable when you deal with crazy stuff like this.
Eso es lo que dice las
It
notas.
helps. This is
Hay un
happening,
dragón.
Barry. Alice, they never had Alice. She's trapped in the darkness at the bottom of the lake, but she's not dead.
Al, how can you know that?
I know, Barry. I can.
Al,
No, listen. I can bring her back. I can find her. There's something special about this place. The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. But there's a catch. The dark presence, whatever that thing is, twists it to its own ends. That's why all of this is happening. It's using my manuscript to take over everything.
Al, I believe you.
It happened to Thomas Zane before, it happened to the Andersons.
I believe you. Crazy or not, you're not delusional. Weird shit's going down. That's a fact. I'm on board, man. I'm with you.
The Andersons knew about it, but they were too far gone to tell me with all the drugs they were on. But they wrote it down. There's a message somewhere at their farm, Barry. You just need to find it.
Que fue lo que faltaba. Chao Barry. No chao Barry.
God damn it, Al, talk to me.
No veas que está arriba Barry. Fija que me quedo solito. Barry.
I had lost my gun in the crash. Barry was nowhere to be seen.
Barry! Barry!
Oh, man, you're okay! Jeez, it's good to hear your voice! I was trying to get out of the car, but the ground gave way. Man, what a drop! Don't worry, your cutout is fine.
Forget that! Are you okay?
I hit some bushes, didn't get a scratch. There's no way you can climb down, though. It's like a sheer wall.
Ahí te voy a mostrar a Barry que se puede hacer parkour. Me mata.
Ah! Al! There's something moving down here!
Barry fija se
Barry,
mueve
it's taken! Use a flare, Barry!
Barry me lo van a contar.
Oh! Yeah!
Barry, are you alright?
I'm good, Al!
Se va a morir
I'm
Barry.
great! Guess you never messed with anyone from New York City before, huh?
Altre.
You're gonna have to find your way around to the farm, Al! I'll be waiting!
Barry, just wait for me, okay?
Al! I'm not staying here! It's suicide! I'm going to the farm! I'm gonna go ahead and secure the area! You can catch up! Don't worry about it!
¿Dónde está?
I'm on the case!
Now he's Rambo. This would turn into a disaster if I didn't catch up with Barry.
Dame el termo. Barry fija que se muere. Es mi predicción para el personaje. No es muy buena predicción, pero bueno, es la predicción que tengo. ¿Otra vez? Necesito encontrar otra vez. No, no tengo nada. No tengo nada, papi. Fue por una hoja.
When he stopped the car at the Anderson farm, Walter felt relieved. Oblivion was close at hand. The brothers wouldn't miss a jar of moonshine or two in the booby hatch. But then he saw the man on the porch, and he knew who it was. Driving for his life and knowing it was useless, he didn't realize he was crying until he couldn't see the road for the tears.
Allá hay algo. Un termo. Es mi termo. Esto es malo, capaz tiene que agarrar una luz.
Shadows crawled over the gate. I needed a light to destroy them to get through.
No, claramente estoy bien, estoy bien. No es luz, pero es una página. Miércoles, que debo reparar.
I hoped there'd still be a working generator somewhere around here to power up the old lights by the gate.
Oh. Nightingale arresta Wade.
Agent
¿Otra
Nightingale
vez?
stared at the passed out rider. The man was sleeping off one hell of a night. Nightingale felt a stab of envy at Wake's oblivion.
A
But he
Nightingale
had
no
a
se
job
murió.
to do. He put the gun to Wake's head and almost became a murderer. His hand shook and his throat felt tight and dry. Biting his teeth, he tried again to pull the trigger. He lost the nerve. Wake stirred. Nightingale would have to settle for an arrest.
Tendrá que conformar con detenerlo. Speedrun. Duró eso la luz.
I could sense the movement in the woods ahead. Facing the enemy without a weapon was dangerous, but I had no
Esta
choice.
guitarra es más chiquita. Y no tengo baterías. No confíes en nadie en la oscuridad. Pensé que podía haber algo. Bien, sigamos. Me pica la nariz. Tengo ahí un moco. A ver, si no tengo las baterías como para poder estar peleando, ese es el tema. Así que no, voy a tener que estar esquivando de todas formas. Me sirve para estar mirando nomás. Ahí viene. Estoy muerto. Estoy muerto. Váyanse a la mierda. No. Te rebuguea el juego. Cuando empezás a hacer el coso, háganse, te va a
I could
suicidar.
sense the movement in the woods ahead. Facing the enemy without a weapon was dangerous, but I had no choice.
O sea, no hay forma de que yo pueda hacer esto. Sí, ¿qué pasa en la versión remasterizada? Arreglaron eso. Capaz no tengo que aprender nada. Capaz simplemente puedo seguir con mi vida. No sé a dónde ir igual. Estoy esquivando. Y casi seguro que estoy acá. Está la mierda. La concha de mi madre. Era una distracción el generador. Era claramente una distracción, no hay forma de que yo pudiese hacer eso. No sé ni siquiera si prendía algo el generador
A
ese.
car was driving away from the farm, headed in the same general direction as I was. For all I knew, it was Barry.
Ahí está el
Caught the
chabón.
consequences of leaping before looking.
Es el chabón que decía. Creo. Las notas. No es importante, un termo. Obviamente, dame mi linterna resistente. De todas formas, me sigue sin funcionar nada si no tengo armas.
The car was heading for the cabin up ahead. It wasn't far. If it was Barry, I would see the damage soon.
O sea, la linterna para lo único que sirve es para esto. Oh, puta que te parió.
I'm trying to deliver each page to the right time and place. I'm trying to show you how the story goes.
Bueno, ¿tiene sentido? ¿Quién es?
I had seen glimpses of the light before. I had seen it in my dream. It was a strange spaceman or a diver in a bulky suit.
¿Debo ser
He
yo?
was the one who'd been placing the pages on my path.
A ver.
The dark presence followed the choreography laid out to it in the manuscript, growing stronger and stronger, moving like a storm from one scene of destruction to the next. But it was still bound to follow the story and chained to the dark place it came from. When the story reached the end it longed for, it would finally be free.
Segundo.
For the moment, Barry was just glad he had survived the fall. He had been separated from Al, and there was no easy way to climb back up. He told himself he'd be okay in the gloomy forest at night. He would just have to wait for a while for Al to find his way down. Barry turned when he heard the heavy footsteps and saw the movement. The man...
Ok, esto es lo que ya pasó. La verdad se llama este. Nada, un engalas. Está que los parió. ¿Cómo voy cuando empieza a venir la noche? Soy un boludo, amigo. Dije, ¿qué es esto? Date la mierda. Un campo minado. Tú vas a acordar es una verga. Déjame ver. Los pacientes escapan de la clínica.
The storm raged on as the Anderson brothers walked unsteadily away from the clinic with the other patients in tow, knowing that this time they wouldn't return. The darkness around them seethed with horrors, but Tor and Odin were unafraid. Their eyes glinted with guile. They knew every secret path, and there was blood on their hands. They had fought these shades before.
Okay.
Someone had left a gun behind. Now I had a fighting chance of reaching the farm.
Dos balas nomás. No tengo ninguna chance, amigo, ¿de qué estás hablando? Qué arriesgado. ¡No! ¡Estaba el termo! ¡Qué desperdicio! Me curo rápido. Ah, no tengo balas, yo estoy tratando de recargar. Qué mal que hice eso. La escopeta además es una rearma. I had to go to the lights. Lo único que me sirve la linterna es para aportarlos un poco. Chao. ¡Ah! ¡Hijo de puta! Jamie, no ganas de... ¡Hijos de puta que son! Hola, no sube. I was heading for the farm.
I could see the car, but there was no sight of the driver.
I could see the car, but there was no sight of the driver.
Hello? Anybody here? Barry!
No! Danny, you're not... Please! What are you... No! Don't! I'm sorry!
No. Qué oscura escena aparecerá acá arriba.
I know you. You were in jail the other day.
I went to the farm again for the moonshine, you know? It makes you see They're not gonna miss it. They're in the loony bin. But my buddy, Danny, I lost him. Something's gone wrong with him. It's not him. Like a real bad follow-up to a real good movie. The best friend's suddenly the bad guy who wrote this crap anyway.
Ok. Ahora está bien.
I've run through every possible course in my head. If I continue like the Dark Presence wants me to, the story I'm writing won't save Alice. It's a horror story, and it's going to kill her, and me, and everybody in this town. No one will survive. Darkness will consume everything. This is what it's wanted all along. It will be free, unstoppable. It used Alice to get to me, dangled her in front of me to keep me going. It was never going to release her. I'm going to change this. I'll escape. I've written myself into the story. I'm now the protagonist. This feels like a terrible risk, but it's the only way to save Alice. I'll be bound by the events of the story just as much as anyone else who's been woven into it. The story must stay true for this to work. There have to be victims along the way, near escapes, cliffhangers. In a horror story, it can't be certain that the hero will succeed or even survive. He almost has to die. I'll write my own escape into the story next. I need help. Zane's going to be the one who'll help me. I'll make it happen.
Dios mío, qué verga. ¿Qué está pasando esto? Ya veo por qué no me dejó pasar, ¿no? ¡Oh! Creo que tengo uno atrás.
Let me guess. Danny, huh?
Ahí, Dani. Dani, mío grandecito.
The front door was locked.
No sabía eso, pero bueno.
The farm was still a good distance away. I'd need a car to get there fast.
Oh, ¿dónde sacar el auto, no?
For a moment, Hartman considered strangling the idiot. Mott was mean-spirited, but easily manipulated. An emotional infant who lived for his approval. Wake, by contrast, was a far more difficult subject. Mott had given him too much leash. In 2 days, who knew what could happen? Hartman would have to find a way to rein him in, and quickly.
Ah, pensé que podía haber un termo. Ok, momento, auto otra vez. Tengo que bajar. Esperemos que no pase nada.
If Barry wasn't up here, he was probably in trouble down at the farm. For a moment, I felt bad for doubting him. After all, I'd made it this far myself. But Barry was Barry.
Hijos de puta que son. Alguien respirando. Auxilio. Alguien respirando. ¿Por qué subo? No sé. Dejó de respirar. Esto es malo. Voy a ver todo. No quiero negar. No sé si este es el mismo mirador que estuve antes, creo que no tendrá sentido. Ah, la radio, vamos a escuchar. Vamos adentro, che. Ah.
Well, as I'm sure everyone's noticed, that storm we all felt coming is finally here. The boys at the Weather Service reckon it'll last until morning at the very least. Pertaining to that, let me read that missing persons alert again. The Sheriff's Department's still looking for a Caucasian woman, 30 years old, slim and blonde with blue eyes. She may be lost in the woods, and it's possible she's been injured in a car accident. If you see her, please make sure you get her indoors and call the sheriff. It's bad weather to be caught out in, so if you see someone in the area who maybe looks a little confused, give them a hand, all right? This is Pat Maine on KBF FM, hoping you're all safe and warm tonight.
La música. Música de terror. Obviamente. ¿Por qué no? Vamos. KBFF. No tengo que agarrar. Por el camino. Vamos por el camino. Los hijos de puta te lo piensan bien, ¿eh? Te ponen esta cosa para que no puedas avanzar con el auto porque si no sería muy... ¡Ay! ¡Se cortó todo! Me hizo acordar al otro ese, al otro auto. Ah, triste. ¡Ay, no, 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 no! ¡No! Estamos bien. Qué camino largo, la puta madre. ¿No hay ningún auto? Siempre hay respirado. Me fija que aparece otra vez. Obviamente. Dos en la cabeza. Oh, ya vi el termo.
I'd known the brothers used to be some kind of rock stars,
Acá
but
está.
it hadn't really sunk in until I saw the stage.
Ahí viene, ahí viene.
Al! Run! Incoming! There's too many of them! God damn!
I'm so glad you decided to go it alone, Mr. Bronson.
Shut up and shoot!
Me van a agarrar por copyright.
Blow the fireworks from here and help you out! Hey, Al! Did you notice there's a lot of stuff around? This place is stocked! Al, hold on! I'm trying to get the stage light.
Vamos. De forma así directa me agarré. En un logro que dice mete a... Wow. ¿Está? Vamos. No, Diego, si ves el del 2 no tiene nada que ver. Sí, o sea,
High Falls, rock and roll capital of America.
Hey, Al! This way to the farm!
Ah, hay un termo, mira. Tenés que curar al 2, amigo. Tengo un proyector. Está buena la parte. Ay, me gustó. Tengo que subir. ¿Por acá será? Ahí está Alan Wake.
See, bestseller? No reason to worry. Your cutout's good as new, right where I left it. I'll come back for it once we have the place secured.
Yeah, that's been my biggest worry all this time. We need to get this thing moved out of the way.
This is as far as I got before they ambushed me.
Qué buen juego, Dios mío.
Hey, I think Alan Wake here has something to say. What's that, Al?
Ooh, I'm Alan Wake. I'm always right about everything. And if I don't get my way, I'll sulk all day long. I'm always intense and moody. It makes me very attractive and mysterious. Right now, I'm just standing here because I need my best friend Barry to carry me. But that's okay. I can just take him for granted.
I think I see what you did there.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
You want me to do my imitation of Barry Wheeler? No? Thought so.
Wow! You look at that thing, Al? They really went all out with this Viking crap, didn't they? Look at all this stuff. They must have done okay for themselves.
Había una antena, así que.
Sleep. We all spend a third of our
Night
dreams in
Spring.
its soft embrace,
Man,
somewhere
brings back
between
memories.
fantasy and
Hey,
oblivion.
remember when I got you that gig?
But
Your
dreams
first
have a
real
way of
writing
forcing
job. What got
themselves
you
into
started?
waking life,
Was this one of your
or vice
episodes?
versa. In Night Spring. Tonight's episode, The Dream of Dreams.
That's by someone else.
We join Mr. Jones as he explores the endless dreamscape, only to be brought to a sudden stop by a decidedly mundane
¿Qué es esto, por favor?
situation. A long line of people.
Hey, Jones, right? Listen, we're gonna have to wait until His Highness over there is good and ready. Oh, wow. Who's that? You don't know him?
Pero Pascal.
You knew? He's the guy dreaming us. Well, not just us. He dreams everything. All of this.
But wait, no. I'm the one who's dreaming. I'm asleep. Isn't this my dream?
Oh, yeah. Sure. Get real, pal. You're just another dream. I'm a dream. You're a dream. The weirdo in the diving suit is a dream. And the girl made of smiles and sunshine is definitely a dream.
But I'm pretty sure I'm dreaming this.
Well, maybe you're a really confused dream. What am I, a shrink? All I know is I'm going with the smart guys. And they say that's the guy doing the dreaming. Right there.
Mira eso.
I don't know what that means.
It means we keep him happy. No sudden falls. We make sure he has his clothes on when he goes out in public.
Interesante.
No chases where the monster is nipping at his heels and he runs like crazy, but his legs don't seem to get him anywhere. None of that. Because if he wakes up in a cold sweat...
Oh.
Yeah, precisely. So we wait till he wants to move on. Keep things nice and calm.
Es un coquito, no voy a estar viendo todo.
Hey, something's happening here.
Yeah? What's that?
What? Can't you hear that? Oh, God help us, it's an alarm clock.
Oh, it's you, isn't it? Please, man, I got a wife and kids. Please don't wake.
Qué interesante. No soy un sueño. Pero es el tipo que dice que está en un sueño. Hay una página acá.
It's 1976. Madness reigns at the Anderson farm. Contrary to all logic, The headiest ingredient of their moonshine is unfiltered water from Cauldron Lake. The Andersons feel like gods. Odin can't stop laughing. He contemplates cutting his eye out. Tor runs across the field, naked, shrieking, hammer in his hand, trying to catch lightning. Their songs have power. Something ancient is stirring in the depths, coming back. The Viking boat looked imposing, almost like a battering ram.
Okay. Tuve que haber visto todo antes. ¿Cuántas fechas? All got a haft. Yeah, all got faster. ¡Ay! Concha, no se vale, no se vale. Hijos de puta que es. Qué lento. ¿Qué es eso? ¿Eso es nuevo? Hijo de puta. My Jesus. Váyanse a la mierda. It's just not a typewriter pen. Concha. Pensé que había muerto. ¿Cómo va a ser? Chao. confundí de lado. Ah, había uno. Ah, está acá el chavo. Podía haberlos hecho desaparecer.
Wow! Those geezers had quite a production going on. Ooh, you know what, Al? If we make it through this alive, I'm gonna start representing them. Yep, sell this stuff online, maybe get a reality show going, release a new single.
Good luck with that, pal.
Hey, you find us a way out of here, okay? I'm gonna take
The
a
door
closer
was
look at
barred
this
from
stuff.
the other side. I'd have to find another way.
Hijo de puta, se puede caer por cualquier barranca, pero acá no, tiene una pared invisible. On the way. Ahora, ¿en qué termina esto? ¿Por dónde tendría que ir? A ver. No, no creo que sea por ahí. Tuve lo que puedo usar los cables y me dio un logro por usar los cables. Electric picados. ¿Eso es algo? No, es una caja blanca nomás. ¿Acá hay algo? No. Ok. ¿Por dónde podría agarrar? O sea, tengo que darte una vuelta, tengo que salir. No tengo ganas de estar saliendo. Carajo. Ah, mira, había una puerta acá, no me di cuenta hasta que aparecí. Amigo, estoy sobreviviendo hasta ahora, no hay problema. ¿Cómo llegué de una mina hasta acá, por favor? Me pongo a pensar un poco. Todo el recorrido. No.
I'm good. Keep your eyes open, okay?
Qué ruido. Ah, se escucha por ahí, así que debe estar acá arriba. Viene por acá el ruido. Se escuchan mucho los cables ahí. Pensé que había alguien. Debemos estar cerca de terminar el capítulo. O sea, duran un toque los capítulos, por eso. Por eso yo siempre voy a hacer uno solo, porque es uno es suficiente. Yo siento que puedo terminarlo. Ah, es la radio, no sé los cables. Vamos a escuchar.
As you regular listeners know, I tend to work through the night, but I'm not the only one. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton are taking a couple of moments off their busy schedule to join me here in the studio. Boys, how busy are you now? Deerfest is almost here, isn't it? I bet that keeps you in business.
Pretty busy, yeah. Actually, Pat, we've been real busy with other stuff, which concerns an ongoing investigation. We can't talk about that, Thornton. I wasn't gonna say anything. I was just saying we got, you know, other irons to fry.
And how would you compare your workload to last year's? Things have seemed relatively peaceful to me, but
Barry,
people do tend to get a little wild this time of year.
Oh, it's wild, Pat. It's pretty wild. There's been all sorts of trouble this year. Vandalism, fighting, public disturbances. A lot of people gone missing, too. Yeah, it's pretty much the usual stuff, Pat. Just, you know, a lot more of it.
Now, is it just me, or does Deerfest get wilder every year? People seem to be more drunk, at least, or they start earlier and younger.
Oh, it's definitely not just you, Pat, but... Definitely, Pat. Hey, I'm talking here, Thornton. Oh, shoot, I lost my train of thought.
Not just me.
Oh, yeah, it's wilder, Pat, but actually most of the trouble seems to be coming from grown men. People who ought to know better, you know? Kids are doing fine this year.
Well, that's nice to hear at least. Boys, I want to thank you for stopping by. I'll let you get back to your patrol.
Sure thing, Pat.
Yeah, sure thing, Pat.
The elevator was dead. I'd have to get some power to it first.
No he entendido que era un ascensor.
I could see the building that had to be the Andersons' home on the other side of the field. It wasn't far now. I wasn't worried about trusting the ramblings of two burned-out geriatric wrecks. They had the goods.
Porque hay que patear. Listo, ya no tengo más. Tengo un montón de cosas. ¡Madre santa! ¡Madre santa! No sé si en baterías. Consumo un montón. Dios mío, qué susto. ¿Por qué siempre dice alguna curiosidad? Siempre hice curiosidad de estos tipos. I have to find another way to get in. Trepar. Vamos a subir la escalera. ¿En qué desencadena esta historia? Por ahí tengo que abrir la puerta a Barry. Y pasar otra cosa, supongo. ¿Esta puerta se abrirá? Ah, mira. Hice algo que no sabía.
Al? Is that you out there, buddy?
Yeah, it's me. Hang on.
Hey, let's go, man.
Dale, dale. Dale, Diego. Mucha suerte. Lo voy a escribir. Gracias. Que descanses. Listo. Ah, bueno. Si yo me llevo por el otro lado es medio estúpido. Se necesita dos personas para empezar la puerta.
Hey, I think that's the farm on the other side of the field. We're almost there. This farm is a crazy place for crazy people.
We should feel right at home then.
Por allá arriba hay algo. Hay un mirador.
Come on, one more gate. Let's do this thing.
Ya vamos a estar cerca de terminar. Antes de hacer cualquier cosa me quiero fijar si hay algo por acá atrás. Me acuerdo la primera vez que vi una de esas notas y decía, se va a enfrentar.
The lights are out. I guess we better check the fuse box.
The power downstairs was out, but I was sure I could fix that at the fuse box. The power downstairs was out, but I was sure I could fix that at the fuse box.
The power downstairs is out. Dos termos en la casa. ¿Cuántos termos tienes? Ya voy usando como 100 baterías a este punto. ¿Por qué?
You know, this place looks kind of lived in. I thought the Andersons were in the booby hatch.
Brilla las cuerdas, che.
Again, Alice's screams rang in the stillness of the night.
Oh, bien.
I saw myself run toward the cabin, flashlight in my hand. I followed my past self. I was an out-of-body observer, a time traveler in a crazy drunken dream. This was the beginning. The night Alice had disappeared. The mystery of what had happened during the missing week was about to reveal itself.
Come on, Al, let's get the lights on, huh? Can you hear that, Al? Music?
Of course. We need to find where it's coming from. That's the message the Andersons talking about. That's the whole reason we're here.
Lady of the Light? Oh, that's gotta be what's-her-face, the crazy lamp lady from the town.
Cynthia Weaver.
Right. Must be.
Es justo, qué coincidencia. Ah, ahí está la canción.
Okay.
We need to find Cynthia Weaver. We'll stay here for the night and head back to town as soon as it gets light.
Hey, Al. Lots of hours before dawn. Might as well get some rest. And by rest, I mean drunk.
Come on, Barry, this is...
¿Qué hace?
Yeah, what the hell?
What? No, no le costó nada. Ahí viene.
Seriously, because I know we don't get along, but we're gonna find her, right? And even though you're a crazy bastard, I'm gonna stick by you, no matter what, ever, Al. Sure, like a brother.
I'm a writer, goddammit.
Correct.
If I just wanted to, I could write 10 books a year. And they'd be the best books that year.
No, you couldn't.
That's right, I couldn't. But I could, because I'm a writer.
What?
Está re pedo.
What do they put in this stuff? I feel like my brain is coming out of my nose. I'm gonna get the recipe off those coots and be a booze millionaire.
I just miss her, Barry. I just want her here with me.
I know, Al. I know. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna make it okay.
No sé qué pensar. ¿Qué es eso? Ahora va a tener una pesadilla ahora con no me acuerdo qué, la esposa ahogándose. porque el juego me cuenta todo lo que va a pasar, entonces como que muchos spoilers, pero son spoilers bien, pero son spoilers del juego, que el mismo juego me dice. Uy, está flasheando cosas. Ahí está, es el pasado de él. Va a empezar a ver el futuro. No puede ser. Ya veo que Alan...
Alice, I'm coming. It's all right. I'm coming.
It was a crazy, drunken dream. And yet, it was more than that. It was the truth. A suppressed memory unearthed by the Andersons' moonshine. I was there, an out-of-body observer. This was the night Alice and I had arrived at Bright Falls, the night Alice had disappeared. I had a chance to find out what had happened. I remembered being surprised to see the cabin dark. Alice would have never turned the lights off.
Me tiro
I
y se...
remembered thinking I caught a glimpse of her form underwater, sinking into the darkness. Diving after her was the last vague memory I had of that night. After that, the next thing I could remember was waking up behind the wheel of the crashed car and finding the first pages of the manuscript. I couldn't find her in all that blackness. I must have thought she drowned.
Esto no lo sé, esto es algo que no vimos.
Alice!
Jagger had Alice, and so she had me.
Alice!
I'd been easy prey.
Look at the cabin. Is there someone in the window?
Alice?
Maybe she didn't drown after all. Maybe she's inside.
Alice!
Yes.
The dark presence had touched me. She had dug her nails into my brain and used me, made me her puppet.
Vieja chota.
She must be here somewhere. Maybe upstairs in the study.
Alice!
Yes, that's where she is. You can apologize.
Alice!
You'll laugh at the whole thing together and put it
Alice?
behind you. She's not here. You were foolish to think so. No, she's dead. She drowned.
Acá está donde escribe todo, creo.
No!
It's your fault your wife is dead. You are guilty. All she wanted was to help you right. You killed her.
Ah!
Oh, hush. There's still hope. Cauldron Lake is a special place. Here, you have the power to change things. She wanted you to write. I will tell you what to do.
Esta vieja paranormal.
You can write her back. The story will come true, and all will be well again.
She had Alice, and the manuscript was the ransom for her.
Yes. All right.
Me escribió, me la bolsa.
I'll fix it. I'll bring her back. No. I wrote it.
I remembered it all now. In the dark, I'd written for days, a week, almost a complete manuscript of a novel entitled Departure. Jagger had been my editor, whispering in my ear, making sure that the unfolding story would make her more and more powerful. I thought I was saving Alice. Even with the cobwebs she put in my head, some part of me had been aware enough to write my escape into the story, to bring a light into the cabin to release me before I could finish, to interrupt the horror story before the ending, where darkness consumed everything and everyone. Zane was weak and far away, but I had written him into the story, and his light had been enough to set me free.
Mira eso, qué locura.
It isn't here now. I'm here because it was written. I brought the light to set you free. You must hurry. It will know I'm here. It will be back soon.
El astronauta.
It stole the skin of my Barbara a long time ago. She looks so old.
Qué flashada.
I had woken up, confused and groggy. My mind consumed by darkness and fear. All I could do was to escape. The week spent in the cabin had taken its toll. I was barely conscious and fading fast.
Ahí va, se choca con el auto y listo, cierra.
It had to have cost Zane terribly, thrown him even deeper into whatever dark place he now haunted. But he had managed to weaken the dark presence, kept me safe that night.
I wrote it. It's my fault.
That's right, James Joyce. It's your fault and you're gonna pay for it.
No puede ser. No, no puede ser.
Previously on Alan Wake.
Veamos,
Under
ya
the
vamos.
influence of the dark presence, I wrote a horror story that is coming true. Jagger had been my editor.
Esto ya lo vimos, no
Well,
importa.
we're expecting a record crowd from the neighboring counties. Naturally, we hope to break the record set by last year's Moose Fest in our neighboring town, Watery. Ladies and gentlemen, some people have asked me, what's the big deal about Deer Fest? And I think that this sums it up. It's about friendship and community. We've got a great party coming up, but let's try to hold it in until tomorrow and get through the night in one piece, all right?
I have it. Someone will come for it when the time is right. Thomas said so. He wrote it. The key is insurance. It's my job to keep it safe. Safe in the light. Always in the light.
Rifles.
All the manuscript pages were gone. The FBI agent had taken them.
I think my tongue just took a crap in my mouth. Ugh.
Bien, este fue el capítulo 4.
Al, this is not good.
That about sums it up.
Bien. El chasqueador. Ah, el clicker. El famoso clicker de la segunda canción. De la canción. Bueno, este era el capítulo La Verdad, que es el capítulo 4. Es episodio. Debería ponerle episodio en vez de capítulo. Nada, eso. El chasqueador. Bueno. Así termina el capítulo de hoy. Y vamos a seguir pronto. Tengo que seguir haciendo otras cosas. Así que vamos a proceder a cerrar el stream y irnos a la verga.